Stan Gibilisco here, from far, far away somewhere in outer space, looking down on what very well could be our galaxy. I'd just like to show you a couple of radar pictures centered at Key West, Florida. I drove down to Key West in 1979, the year that I moved to Miami from New England. Got tired of their winters up in New England, decided I'd get a little taste of this instead. The date, June 2nd, 2014. The time, 2:57 p.m. Mountain Daylight, or 4:57 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Radar centered right there on Key West. Marathon right there. Islamorada right there. Key Largo, I lived there for a few months at one time during the 1980s, I believe. Key Largo. Actually, the name of the town was Tavernier, and all of the streets were named after drinks. Pretty good name for the place, considering my habits at the time. Miami right there, and I lived in South Miami, so you take about 4.5 hours of leisurely driving through these spotty showers and occasional thunder showers, typical of this time of the year in that part of the world. This is a radar image, the composite loop. You can see that these thunder showers are just sort of hanging around. They're not really going anywhere. There's a little bit of a circulation from southwest to northeast, but it's rather slow, and there's no evidence of any of the turbulence that you see in the Midwest at this time of year oftentimes. Let's go to the storm relative velocity loop. Now that is a Doppler radar image. Green indicates precipitation particles moving towards the radar. That would be towards Key West. And red indicates precipitation particles moving away from the radar. Notice that there's really very little movement of any kind in the horizontal direction. It's mostly just sort of building up. They sort of boil up and they drop their precipitation over that salt water, and then they die off. Clears off a little bit at night. Ready for the next round tomorrow. Till next time, from somewhere in outer space, this could very well be our Milky Way, our sun right about there. I'm far away looking back at you. Stan Gibilisco saying so long for now.